Wake up, babe. A new YouTube ad blocker just dropped. So, DuckDuckGo, Google's rival search engine, has announced that its browser now blocks most YouTube ads. The devs were, quote, tired of ads interrupting their videos. This is a bold decision, but I will be interested to see how they pull this off. Apparently, there is one major catch for mobile users. But yeah, DuckDuckGo is now joining the likes of Brave in making their browser actually block YouTube ads exclusively. This is a huge step for their browser to make it so they're actually able to compete with browsers like Google Chrome and Brave. And I have to be a little bit careful with my diction in this video because I believe it is still against YouTube's terms of service to advertise an ad blocker. So I'm not going to tell you guys to use or not use this. I'm just going to explain to you what it is, and hopefully I don't get banned off the platform again. So DuckDuckGo is making a direct pitch to YouTube users tired of ads, announcing that its browser now blocks most video ads on the platform. Watching YouTube without premium can be a tough experience for anyone with a low attention span. The platform has notoriously increased the number of ads over the years, even introducing 30-second unskippable advertisements on TV. They were also exposed for having 90-second unskippable ads on TV, and despite there being tons of photos and videos as proof, YouTube actually denied this and said that this doesn't happen or exist, but they are just wrong on that. But yeah, Google has also obviously been shutting down ad blockers, making it difficult to bypass the waves of commercials. Not only have they been shutting down ad blockers, as in popping a message up that says, hey, we noticed you're using an ad blocker, make sure you guys turn that off, but they've also been trying to throttle the website for ad blockers and make it seem like the website actually doesn't work if you have an ad blocker on. This is something that we have went ahead and proven multiple times on this channel, where, for example, people were actually seeing that their comments were turned off on certain YouTube videos. So they thought, hey, maybe the YouTuber actually themselves turned the comments off for this video. Then they went ahead and turned off their ad blocker and they could see the comments again. Other people were looking at YouTube videos and it was saying this content isn't available, try again later. They thought the YouTuber they were watching privated the video or something like that. They turned off their ad blocker, refreshed the page, and all of a sudden the video is working. And we can never forget the infamous, backrooms level homepage that YouTube had, where like there was no thumbnails or titles loading it at all. All you saw were like these gray backgrounds on the homepage. And as you would guess, right when people were turning off their ad blockers, they could see videos normally again. And this has been going on for years, by the way. YouTube has not only been trying to ban ad blockers for years, but they have also been trying to throttle the website and make it so you actually can't use the website unless you turn off your ad blocker. And just want to reiterate, as I do many, many times, right? I understand that YouTube ads are important for the YouTube ecosystem. That's how creators get paid. That's how I get paid. But at the same time, as a YouTube viewer, I have seen the progression of YouTube ads on the platform, and it has honestly gotten pretty ridiculous. So if you guys could do me a favor, considering I'm talking about an ad blocker that could already get me in trouble, and for the fact that I always make videos talking about YouTube, I'm not going to ask you guys to turn off your ad blockers when you're watching this video, but if you could do me a favor and just leave a like on the video and leave a comment for engagement, please subscribe as well. I would appreciate that because that'll help this video get pushed out to more people. But anyways, in a July 8th post, DuckDuckGo said users can get the, quote, full experience minus the ads by watching YouTube through its browser, with the feature blocking ads that play before and during videos. Tired of ads interrupting your videos? Us too. The DuckDuckGo browser now blocks most video ads, including on YouTube. The feature called YouTube ad blocking is now available in the DuckDuckGo browser and is turned on by default for most iPhone, Windows, and Mac users as long as the app is up to date. Android users will also get the feature enabled automatically soon, though DuckDuckGo says they can turn it on manually for now by heading to the settings, then ad blocking. So the catch for mobile users, though, is DuckDuckGo says YouTube links may still open in the official YouTube app by default, where its ad blocking feature will not work. To use it, viewers need to open the YouTube website inside the DuckDuckGo browser. DuckDuckGo also clarified the new ad blocking feature is different from Duck Player, its built-in YouTube player that opens videos in a distraction-free theater mode. So obviously, DuckDuckGo really seems like they're trying to compete with Google at the moment, because obviously Google also made the infamous decision of like really having their AI overhaul on their search. So now it's unavoidable to have AI overviews on every single search that you do. Google infamously doesn't even give you an option to turn it off. In fact, they actually try to hide an option to where you could make it web searches only so you don't get AI overviews by going ahead and hiding the web tab over on the far right inside of like a 3-dot menu. So Google search is like really ruined their whole reputation. Obviously Google owns YouTube as well. They've kind of ruined their reputation recently as well. And so DuckDuckGo really seems like they're trying to pick up the crumbs from Google search's incompetence and also kind of YouTube's incompetence. According to their own data, DuckDuckGo installs peaked at 76% above the pre-announcement average in June 2nd of 2026. So obviously after this announcement, I'm sure their browser installs are going to go up really high as well. And so DuckDuckGo is really trying to wage war against YouTube. Honestly, they are really similar to Brave at the moment, as I'm sure you guys know. Brave is another browser that actually famously goes ahead and blocks YouTube ads. Still don't really understand how they're able to do this legally. Obviously I'm just dumb, but I guess it's because it's their own browser. They can essentially do what they want. So yeah, in terms of browsers that can go ahead and block ads, ads on YouTube. It seems like DuckDuckGo and Brave are the main two right now. I believe the Tor browser can do it too, but obviously the Tor browser is infamous for, being used to go and like go to the dark web and stuff like that. So you might want to stick with either DuckDuckGo or Brave. But this is what it would look like over here. So if you go to the settings of DuckDuckGo, it would say YouTube ad blocking. DuckDuckGo blocks video ads on YouTube so you can watch videos without interruption. So when this is on, DuckDuckGo will anonymously detect ad blocking interference or YouTube errors to improve the experience for everyone. DuckDuckGo never sees which videos you view or any personally identifiable information. So not only are they saying, hey, we're going to block, YouTube ads for you, but we're also not going to track all your data like Google does. To be honest, this may become the new standard for web browsers on the internet, right? Because obviously Brave has famously went ahead and blocked YouTube ads. And so they are becoming a huge browser that has actually been able to compete with the likes of Firefox and Google Chrome and all that. So maybe DuckDuckGo will do this as well. And then they will also have like a huge surgence of users of their browser as well. So all like the new browsers out there, like this may become the status quo where they're going to start, having ad blocking by default on their browsers. So what will happen, and the result of that is a lot of YouTubers are going to start to make less money. That is obviously an inevitable, part of YouTube ad blocking, right? And so the thing with ad blocking, like I said, as a viewer, I totally understand, right? I mean, YouTube ads can be really annoying, especially since now there's more than ever. But just make sure with like the smaller content creators that you guys support, like obviously it's not really going to affect like, huge content creators like Markiplier or whatever. They're already multi-millionaires, so it's not like they really rely on ad revenue for their revenue anyways. But, for smaller content creators, I'm not going to ask you guys, to go ahead and like turn your ad blocker off for me or stuff like that. But just make sure you guys support us by at least liking the video, subscribing, turning on notifications, and leaving a comment so these videos can actually get pushed out to other people. Especially because, like I said, I am taking a risk with my own channel by even mentioning an ad blocker. YouTube's AI moderation is pretty trigger happy anyways. They kind of already just ban people for no reason sometimes. So obviously, if I'm making a video about a new ad blocker coming out on YouTube, YouTube might not really like me all that much. And I always do get messages saying, yeah, I don't get notifications for your videos anymore. And obviously, I've had a few cross conversations with YouTube, so that might be why. But regardless, yeah, I mean, Brave also is an ad blocker browser that can go ahead and block ads on YouTube. They also have an option to block shorts as well. Maybe DuckDuckGo will do this as well, because there's like this YouTuber who Dexerto talked about who wants YouTube to let you turn off shorts altogether because he just finds them really annoying. Well, Brave actually allows you to do that within their own browser. So not only does Brave block ads, but they also block certain parts of YouTube that you don't like YouTube Shorts, for example. You can even block YouTube Playables. If you guys don't know what that is, that's like the video games that pop up on your YouTube homepage that no one really ever asked for. So again, this may become the new status quo, the new standard for browsers, to be able to block ads, to be able to block certain parts of YouTube as well. And it seems like DuckDuckGo is following suit, not only in terms of competing with Google search, but also trying to stop ads on YouTube. So yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. DuckDuckGo is blocking YouTube ads now. Let me know if you guys are going to be using DuckDuckGo or if you have been using DuckDuckGo, and what do you guys think about this feature. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more. See ya.